Hey guys, welcome back to some more astrology. Today we're going to be reading about people born on April 17th from the book The Secret Language of Birthdays. And this is from 26 to 28 degrees of Aries. It's within the third decan. And of course, Aries is a cardinal fire sign. It is the day of serious purpose. Born on this day, we have J.P. Morgan, a financier, most powerful turn of century businessman, and art collector. We all know who J.P. Morgan is. Nikita Khrushchev, Sirimavo Bandaraneki, Neek, Isaac Denison, Tamerlane, Raphael Bidawid, Konstantinos Kabafis, Thornton Wilder, Claire Francis, William Holden, Harry Reasoner, Cynthia Ozick, Jan Hammer, Buster Williams, Lindsay Anderson, Don Kirshner, Olivia Hussey, the last name. It's another brilliant last name right there. Robert Wood, Siegfried Jerusalem. Damn, what a last name that is. George Adamski. The day of serious purpose. Those born on April 17th carry a strong sense of their own power while at the same time exhibiting an adventuresome spirit and leadership qualities. These are definitely people who expect to be listened to when they speak. As a matter of fact, being ignored in any manner is extremely difficult for them to handle. They know that they count. That they are important. And often they expect that others will pay respect and follow them to the ends of the earth if necessary. Some born on this day may make a quiet impression at first, but one can nevertheless feel the force submerged in them. If an April 17th person is as yet unaware of his or her power urges, it will only be a matter of time before some crucial incident in life brings these to the fore. Those born on this day may be deeply interested in philosophy or religion, for powerful ideas often attract powerful people. They may also seek to ally themselves with strong individuals and institutions. For them, everything that is established of a social nature is to be defended and served to the fullest. Yet they also despise bullies and will seek to bring down those who abuse privilege or position. Not all of them. Those born on this day may themselves come from quite humble backgrounds, but never forget their roots. April 17th people cherish their willpower and sharply reasoning mind above all else. They have a kind of shrewdness or cunning that will lead them out of the most difficult situations. By the way, just to reference why I said not all of them, I was thinking of J.P. Morgan. So he wasn't necessarily the best guy. So in this respect, they are amoral, so they must beware of lending their energies to unscrupulous or underhanded endeavors, which will eventually catch up with them, no matter how high they rise. More highly evolved April 17th people put their power directly in the service of others, particularly those weaker and more vulnerable who cannot protect themselves. Unevolved April 17th people may be carried away by egotism and greed, J.P. Morgan, a desire to indulge the pleasures of the mind as well as the body can become all-consuming pursuits. For some born on this day. Learning to be less possessive by giving up material possessions from time to time will be an important lesson for them to learn. Actually, every individual born on this day should be aware of selfishness, especially in the name of family, where it passes a filial or parental parental responsibility. Eventually, these individuals may come to realize that they are part of one human family and find a realistically helpful role relative to the common good. April 17th people take themselves seriously, perhaps too much. They have to remember to laugh at themselves from time to time, discover a lighter side of life, perhaps cultivate pastimes. They should also try to be less judgmental. It is very important for them to live and let live, and the sooner, the better. Some numbers and planets for those born on the 17th. People born on the 17th day of the month are ruled by the number 8 and by the planet Saturn. April 17 people may be unduly attached to material possessions, and Saturn, which carries with it a strong feeling of limitation and restriction, may add to this problem. In addition, Saturn tends to carry a judgmental aspect as well, increasing the already present tendency of April 17 people to be overly severe in their criticism of others. However, the combined influences of Mars, ruler of Aries, and Saturn can sometimes cause them to become too accommodating and self-effacing in order to gain the adulation they need. The number 8 carries a conflict between the material and spiritual worlds. The 8 is the infinity symbol as well. Those ruled by the number 8 can be lonely and also prone to indulge in excess. I kind of view it as, the infinity symbol is like a karmic loop, right? So there's no beginning, there's no end, but it is a cycle that continues. So the way that it's drawn, right? And I mean, every number carries a different type of energy to it. But when I think of the number 8, that is literally like living life on Earth in 3D. It's where we are stuck between two worlds, our earthly realm and the spiritual realm. So it's literally like a loop that we are entangled in. Then everybody has different life path numbers, right? But I think that there's some similarities there, but then that goes a little bit deeper into things. But regardless, we all exist in the infinity loop, which is 8. That's why a lot of times, people ruled by the number 8 tend to have higher successes in life because they have that backing of Saturn, right? So that's kind of how I view it in a way. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking. In the tarot, major arcana, which is the 17th card, is the star card. Well, let me go get that card really quick. The star card is the card of Aquarius. And Aquarius, oddly enough, rules over Saturn. That's the traditional ruler. So back in the day, before they discovered Uranus, Aquarius and Capricorn both ruled over Saturn together. So this makes sense. The star card, which shows, I'm not going to put it too close. I don't think I'll get in trouble. I've put it up here before. Maybe I should just, I'll just cover it just in case. Okay. Shows a beautiful naked girl under the stars pouring refreshing water on the parched earth with one pitcher and reviving the stagnant water of a pond with another. She represents the glories of the earthly life, but also material enslavement to it. The stars above her are an eternal reminder of the spiritual world. April 17 people are thus warned against excessive physicality at the expense of something higher. Interesting. I never really thought of it that way. Wow. That part, pouring refreshing water on parched earth with one pitcher, reviving the stagnant water of the pond with another. That's crazy. I'm just having some inspiration here, don't mind me. As far as health goes, for those born on April 17th, must be aware of all forms of access and indulgences, of course, whether it's sex, drugs, food, or drink. They may fall into certain addictive patterns through feeling lonely or misunderstood. To control their weight, which can really shoot up if they are depressed, they should avoid saturated fats, excessive meat, rich sauces, and cake, and any processed food, which is basically all food. And you have to spend so much money nowadays just to try and stay away from processed stuff. Anyway, if those born on this day can manage to find a suitable vocation, enjoy the company of one or two good friends, and live with someone who loves them, they will have a good chance of stabilizing their emotions. As a way of relaxing, yoga may work. Also travel. Particularly adventuresome holidays will do wonders to keep them lively and focused for the rest of the year. Some advice for those born on this day: try to be less critical of others. Also beware of becoming too dependent on having their approval. Seek spiritual as well as physical activity. Lighten up. Remember to have fun. Set easy tasks for yourself as well as difficult ones. And meditation, laughter is the best medicine. And that is so true. That is so true. Strengths: well-grounded, strong-willed, and responsible. Weaknesses: overly critical, judgmental, and grim. And that's what I have for those born on April 17th. Tomorrow we will go over those born on April 18th. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace out.